a cumbersome topic to understand, the complexity of how breastfeeding for twins is a necessity as well as a challenge. Now, to all the new moms, first of all, congratulations. You have been carrying two beautiful twins and you have looked forward to the entire journey of having a successful pregnancy, and now the delivery has come. But the question still remains on the mind, how do I uh, breastfeed my twins? At the same time, how is it possible? Thirdly, what if one is accepting and one is not? What am I supposed to do? So, to answer all these queries, I have come up with a few suggestions, a few solutions, which will definitely work in your favor. So, this topic would be divided into, first two to three segments, one by one of which I will be answering it. The first segment is like, the necessity, the importance of breastfeeding twins. Okay, then I would be talking about the methods, and then I would be talking about the techniques. So, let us begin with the necessity or importance of breastfeeding twins. Well, we all understand that breastfeeding twins is a challenge, plus, it is a wholesome experience for a new mom who is just delivered. She has been carrying this beautiful pair of babies for the last 9 months and has been looking forward to have a sustainable amount of bonding with them. Secondly, what I understand is that when we are having breastfeeding twins, it could be that there could be some complications during the delivery, or because of the growing kids in the womb, there could be a challenge that the birth weight of the child may not be as much as expected. Suppose if the birth weight of the child is between 1.5 to 1.8, or between 2 to 2 kgs to 2.5 kgs, it is quite sustainable that these twins will have a good weight gain if they are handled with proper care. Now, many a times the doctors would suggest, an ICU admission, or the doctors would suggest that the babies would be kept in the ICU for a little amount of time. Could be a week, or could be more than that. It could be a general observation for the kind of weight that is to be increased. Also, it could be a challenge for the doctor also, if for the baby's understanding, how the baby is taking well the feeds, if the mother's feeding is going on, or if the mother is having facing any challenges, so on and so forth. So here are the basic things we need to understand, that after the delivery of the baby, uh, could be a C-section or could be a normal delivery. It is so that the mother needs to give them the golden liquid, that is the first milk, by feeding both the kids, putting them to the chest, that is through skin to skin contact. Secondly, when these kids are feeding, they are in such a poised manner that they hold each other's hand, they are comforted, they feel the warmth, and they feel welcomed into this world. Second thing is, if one baby is kept aside by the other, they are always dependent on each other. So the mother is a little confused on which baby is fed first and which baby is fed at the second time. So she needs to understand that, she has a technique to definitely understand which baby is fed first and which baby is fed second. Third, fourth thing is, switching off the breasts while feeding. Now, one baby has been fed for 15 to 20 minutes on the left side, and one baby has been fed on the right side. Then they need to switch on the positions with the cross cradle hold, and also the latch has to be, in a proper way. So the mother is definitely needing a help of her partner, or needing help of her family members, because feeding in the initial 1 month, it becomes a little difficult, in the fact that she may not be able to, have support on her back, or it might be difficult for her to understand what is going around, or it could also be that the mother is finding it tricky to understand which feed to go first. So she, for here, other techniques that she can use is that she can, start using a breast pump. She can do hand expression. I know she is very tired, so she can probably get some rest when the twins are sleeping. Also, that she can be a little bit conscious about what's going around. She is very very having those jittery thoughts. It is she is very very low on energy on the initial days because of the whole birthing process. To gain back that energy, she requires a lot of strength, she requires a lot of courage, and she also requires a lot of positivity, a lot of confidence that helps her to gain back. Now, birthing process has been a journey itself, and looking after the two newborn babies, it becomes a challenge. At this point of time, what we really feel is that we can definitely help the mother to calm her state of mind. We can help her to feed the child. One, if she is tired, one partner or somebody like a mother or mother-in-law is holding the child to the breast, and the baby is being fed. The mother is sleeping when the babies are asleep. She is cuddling them when the babies are awake. So it is a matter of a lot of planning and a lot of adjustment that she needs to do with the child, because it is a first time learning experience for her, a first time learning experience for the child as well, and a first time learning experience for the family. So, working as a team is something which is very beneficial. Working as a head of the family or the leader of the team is very very effective. In this manner, probability would be that the things would get sorted. The challenges are that the differences of the team, of the individuals, could be sorted. The child would be having a proper weight gain, and definitely the child would be having a proper feeding pattern, which is very very essential for the mother. What we also understand is that when we are talking about feeding patterns, we also have to understand that things become a little difficult when the baby is in the um, NICU. Now, what do you mean by NICU? NICU is nothing but the neonatal ICU, where things go a little wrong, or the things go a little different. If the baby is small, if the baby is not able to latch properly, if the baby is a little underweight, then things become a little difficult. Now, over here we are identifying that um, things will be a little technical onto the aspect of why this has happened. So it could be due to the reason of low birth weight, or difference in the delivery, or mode, or things would be a little different in tracking on why things go in a different manner. So we are trying to understand that why the NICU people require a setup for things to work it out, and the parents are eagerly waiting for their child to be brought home. But at a given point of time, it becomes a little affectionate for them. The affection grows. The mother is asked to give something known as a kangaroo care, and she's asked to give a lot of skin to skin contact so that the child doesn't feel lonely. And this also helps the child to bond with the parents very very easily. Okay, now over here I mean to say that the mother and the father are giving a proper kangaroo care, for the fact that they are also kind of holding their child to the chest, giving them a lot of skin to skin contact. And this is something which is going to make their body temperatures be lowered. They are also helping their body temperatures to be at a proper state of mind. And also, it is going to be a part of something called as um, good bringing up for the child, because that is going to help them to identify that this is a comfort zone, and they can really sleep in this manner when the child feels insecure. Sorry, when the child is crying out loudly, when the child is having any discomfort, skin to skin contact is very very helpful. Second thing what I believe is that what technique we are supposed to use for breastfeeding. Now, over here, I talked about cross cradle, where you're holding your child in this manner. One child is onto the left breast, one child is onto the right breast. You are simultaneously breastfeeding both the child, and then you're switching over or swapping over your breast after a given stipulated of time. Now, over here, what happens is the mother is literally tired, her stomach is painful, her back is painful, and there is all strain from the head to the back because she has had uh, probably a long journey in her birthing process. Now, in this manner, what I really feel is that if we are looking forward for a successful breastfeeding for the twins over a period of 6 months, she needs to lay back, and she needs to work it out in a manner which is effective for her babies. Okay, she can take a lot of pillows, she can take a lot of support, and that is definitely going to help her to work through the whole process. Also, we need to understand that when we are talking about breastfeeding twins at night, we don't understand which baby is cried out or which baby is asking, or if one starts, the other person also starts crying. So in this manner, we also take care that when the baby is sleeping, we understand that which baby is onto the left and which baby is onto the right, and we try and keep a count on how the feeding is done at a given point of time. If the mother is overtired, or it becomes really difficult for her, then it would be difficult for her to understand that which baby is fed first. So these are small small things that she can keep a track using a baby tracker, and definitely it is going to be very very beneficial for her to understand how it is working. So, with these things, a few things in mind, I have given the technique, the necessity, and the tips to understand why breastfeeding is important for your child. Secondly, introducing breastfeeding at the right time, at the right minute after delivery is very necessary. Having your partner by your side, it could be your mom, it could be your mom in law, it could be your sister, it could be your husband, it could be anybody whom you show the trust and the confidence. It takes a little to uh, take care of your little one. It is a lot of courage and confidence that you require because you're breastfeeding twins. It is not an easy journey, but it is also not difficult if you have patience. A lot of patience is required from the mother's side because she is trying to uh, make two individuals independent by feeding her own milk. So initial period of 1.5 month could be exhaustion, could be less of patience, could be a feeling that why me or why it is happening with me. But believe me, it is a very beautiful journey. It is something that you really, really look forward for. And the end result is something very satisfying. So as a mom, I can tell you that breastfeeding your child is the best ever example of sukoon se jeena. That's the way we call it in Hindi. And breastfeeding twins is also a very pleasing experience. It is not very difficult. It is very very strenuous in terms of energy expenditure. So the mom needs to be on toes, disciplined with her routine, and then definitely she can win over the battle for the breastfeeding journey. For more updates, for more live chats, please follow me on Baby Chakra app. I am available for your answers to the questions that you ask me, and I would be available for any kind of query. So, thank you for listening to me patiently, and